The final Christmas recap character for Sonic Forces Speed Battle of 2022 is Jingle Belle Amy. I like to save the lore and explanations for characters for their standalone reviews, so I'll cut it simple for this character. Basically, this is Amy dressing up Christmassy for the holiday season. With the character explained, let's jingle all the way into Amy's stats. Jingle Belle Amy stands at the special rarity with a 9 out of 10 speed stat, a 5 out of 10 acceleration stat, and an 8 out of 10 strength stat. Right out the gate, I am terrified that they have made another classic Sonic mistake, where the sacrifice of speed for strength and acceleration is what causes the character to slug behind and struggle to keep up. Sure, she can tank, but how is she able to keep up with characters who just shoot right past her with their higher acceleration and speed? Overall, I'm just really unsure about stats. I don't know how to feel. With that in mind, let's take a look at what Jingle Belle Amy brings to the table. Jingle Belle Amy's projectile is the Ice Wave. Although it can be jumped over and can't phase through environmental obstacles, it does cover multiple lanes when upgraded and freezes enemies on impact. So while it could be a little tricky to land on opponents at times due to its range and conditions, it's definitely a viable projectile in the hands of Jingle Belle Amy. Overall, a very solid projectile. Meanwhile, Jingle Belle Amy's boost is the Ice Boost. A simple, speedy boost that freezes enemies on contact, but there's not really much else to say about it other than the fact that Jingle Belle Amy shares the exact same boost as her common counterpart, and all in all is a very solid boost for Amy to have. And finally, Jingle Belle Amy's trap is called the Gift Trap. This trap revolves around Jingle Belle Amy getting a small boost of speed as she leaves behind spiky mines in her path. Honestly, unless Jingle Belle Amy is really high leveled, this trap kinda sucks. Especially when you take into consideration that the likes of Zaz can do this type of trap better and with stronger effect. You can only drop a few at lower levels, while Zaz can consistently drop 3 or more no matter what level he is. Furthermore, this is a trap that is better used when Jingle Belle Amy is leading in first place. Problem is, this is easier said than done due to Amy's lower acceleration. But as a trap overall, it's not exactly terrible, but I wouldn't call it a good trap. With everything in mind, let's take a look at my final verdict and character rating for Jingle Belle Amy. Although she can tank and has an average set of power-ups, I'm just honestly unimpressed with how she plays and handles. Therefore, I'm going to slam a 5 out of 10 character rating for Jingle Belle Amy. She's got a decent kit to use in game, but she's an extremely underwhelming character in comparison to the other Christmas character events. In my time using her, I was almost always stuck in 3rd or 4th place because of how fast the likes of Mephiles and Infinite were on top of their kits, keeping me from pushing forward. Meanwhile, a lot of her kit seems to benefit from being in the front and keeping players behind her. Problem is, it's tough to benefit from that when she's just outright too slow to keep up and make the most of that condition. Overall, Jingle Belle Amy is a very questionable character to work towards, and I wouldn't think about using her again in competitive PvP. There are just way better options for you to use that more than get the job done for you, such as Nutcracker Silver and Santa Big. But yeah, I wouldn't really encourage you to give Jingle Belle Amy a shot, since she's not really a viable character to use online, and she honestly plays like a handicap at times.